Okay, good morning. Happy August 30th, Tuesday morning. So I'm not going to take you through a makeup video like I did yesterday. Oh my goodness, that was just crazy. I had trouble navigating, looking in the magnifying mirror and looking into my phone. I'm sure as time goes on, I will learn new techniques, but that was my first time, and I wanted to kind of do a fusion, merging the makeup, the card reading, and the hack from TikTok, which, by the way, I apologize. When I put up my short last night, I typed in TikTok wrong. I'm learning. I'm not on TikTok, so it's not someplace that I go all the time. Okay, but I do see it floating around here and there. But what I want to do real quickly is I want to show you the makeup look that I did today. Now, I made a few alterations from yesterday, and honestly, this took me longer than it takes me 10 minutes to put my makeup on. This took me longer because I was surveying the foundation to make sure that I would give you a correct analysis. So the first thing that I did this morning was I used my favorite foundation, which is the Lancome Teint Idole 320 Bisque Warm. That's what it looks like. This is my favorite foundation. I have tried approximately 10 foundations. I've kept 4, 5, and I've given away the other foundations. I like full coverage. I wouldn't say that this gives full coverage unless you build it up, but it covers a lot of things for me. It covered all of my hyperpigmentation, or whatever you want to call it, age spots, that's what I call it. So I use this, and I put it on with the Laura Geller Kabuki brush. I love this brush. It's very dense. It's angled so you can get up under, and that's what I smooth my foundation out with. After that, I used the Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. It's all over because you can conceal your age spots with it. And this is called Buff Neutral. And it has a large doe foot, which I like because I can take this flat part and go around and cover up. Once I put this under my eyes, cover up my age spots, I go around, like I said yesterday, with the Angie Hot and Flashy. You can see it. Angie Hot and Flashy. This is the only brush of that series of brushes that I have purchased so far. Told you yesterday that I love my, excuse me for a minute, my dog wants to get on my lap, and I have everything that I used today there. I need a studio. I have a studio with my drafting table in it, but maybe I can turn that into my makeup. The lighting just isn't very good in there, and I don't like using these ring lights. I like using natural light. I like natural light to come in on my artwork. I like natural light to come in on my face. So let's continue. I didn't buy any other brushes in this series because this is the one that I was very interested in, and it's excellent. I did use it under my eyes today, not yesterday, and I did use it to go around and pat in all my age spots with the concealer. Once that was done, I set my face No, I did not set my face. I'm going to back up. See, Teddy, I had everything lined up, but Teddy made me move my stuff, okay? I really try to be organized. But so on my eyes, I'll take this off, my glasses off, if you can see. On my eyes, I use the Wet n Wild Color Icon Quad. 1, 2, well, there's 5 colors. And this is called Petalette. Beautiful series of lilac, plum. You have a neutral color right here, which I did use for my transition color. I used this color for under my eyebrow. I used the pink closer to the corner. I used this mauve rose color towards the middle, and then I used the plum on the outside, and I blended it all together. It's a really beautiful palette. I love e.l.f. products. They start raising their prices, and they go crazy with that. They're going to lose a whole demographic of people, and people will run out to purchase their eyeshadows and their products if they keep it simple. Okay, so that's the eyeshadow. So then what I did was I went in with the Urban Decay Perversion waterproof eyeliner over my eyes today, not under. Under my eyes, I used this dark plum color with my pencil brush. I did have a little bit of fallout, but I didn't rub it. I just ignored it. And then when I was done doing my eyes, including my mascara, I brushed it away. For my mascara, I used the same Lancome primer on my eyelashes as I used yesterday. I used the same Telescopic mascara. I have to keep looking down because I have to keep reaching to see if Teddy pushed anything away from me. Here it is. I have it. This is the Lancome. It's called the Cils Booster. CILS Booster XL. Now, you know, I need to read up on this product, but I swear to you that since I've been using this, it adds moisture to my eyelashes. It has helped them. They have gotten fuller. I used to have really thick, full, long eyelashes. They're still long, but they're just not as thick. Okay, so this is what I used for my mascara primer. Then when I was done all that, I went and I used the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer as a trial. I purchased a bunch of trials from the Physicians Formula website because I wasn't going to go out and buy something if I didn't like it. So I'm getting down to pan here, you can see, with the bronzer, and that's good. I didn't spend any money on anything that was unnecessary. And then what I did is I went in with my new Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten Coral Cove. Remember I told you I loved peach? This has a beautiful peach tone to it. It's marbleized, it's baked. Really, really, really nice blush. And I used my blush brush from Nicole Johnson, which is a very lightweight, and it went on like butter. Beautiful, beautiful. I went under here. I used my bronzer right here. Forgot to mention that. So I have the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten Foundation. I have 2 kinds. I'm going to be giving one away, which I've barely used, so stay tuned. But I use that on days where I'm just going to run out with my husband. I don't really want a full face. I will use maybe an eye pencil for eyeliner above, no mascara, a little bit of blush, and then my Laura Geller foundation. I don't even put on lipstick. I'll use a lip balm. And we take off because the eye pencils that I use to line my eyes are waterproof. So if we go swimming and I don't have mascara on, it will stay on my eyes. As long as I don't rub. Okay? So now that that is all done, I go back with my Cookies and Cream e.l.f. sponge. See how soft this is? I use this dry more than I use it wet. I have used it wet, but I like using it dry. And what I do is I just go in and I get all the residual makeup that's gathered in my lines and wrinkles, and they do. I'm not going to deny that I have them. I'm not going to deny, let me tell you, most makeup gathers into your fine lines and wrinkles. Most makeup. So I get a little aggravated when people are saying that they don't want makeup that does that. Some of it is more drastic than others. But if you have something concave and you put a liquid on it, gravity will take it in. That's a fact. So you just have to go back and do this. And then what I did was I set my foundation with powder. And I actually set my foundation before I put on my blush and before I put on my bronzer. I blame Teddy. He made me push everything, and so I had it all in perfect order. So I used the e.l.f. Perfect Finishing HD powder. It is, well, I have a lot. You get a lot in here, and I really like it. I don't use the powder puff. I use the Nicole Johnson blush powder brush. I love this brush. It's really soft, but it has a little bit of denseness to it. Or I will use my e.l.f. large powder brush. And I just go around and I powder the areas that I feel need to be powdered. And then when I'm done, I buff it all. The last thing that I did, and let me see if I can find it, ladies and gentlemen. I used, which I didn't use yesterday, my e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I love this pencil. It has a spoolie on it. I don't remember, there's no color on this, and I threw the box away. I want to say that this is a soft brown, and that's what I did my eyebrows with first. Then I went over, I used the spoolie, then I went over with my new e.l.f. Taupe Wow Brow gel to just kind of set everything. And lastly, I used a new, well, this is new old. I bought it at the beginning. I bought it in the winter, I think. This is a L'Oreal 580 Peony Pink lipstick. I've had it on now for a half an hour. It, I didn't get any on my teeth. It hasn't gone anywhere. I've been drinking my coffee. It has a satiny finish. It does have a little bit of a smell. So if you don't like that, you might. I just love the L'Oreal lipsticks. The only thing I don't like, however, in my purse, it's probably a good idea, is this little knob right here. This little knob. I like to just shove my lids on, but you have to line it up until it clicks. But this won't come off in your purse. Okay? And then the finale is I used my Physicians Formula Pearl Murumuru Butter Highlighter. This is really pretty. believe it or not, I have used this as an eyeshadow. I use it up under my eyebrow sometimes. I've used it in the center of my eye. I've used it in the corners of my eye. But it's a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. It is like butter. It softens out, very sheer. I usually put it here and I put it here, and yes, it does accentuate my wrinkles, but I like glitter. I like fairies. Fairies like glitter. Sometimes I will put it right here on my chin. I'll go down my nose with it. Smells really pretty, but it's not overpowering. It almost has a coconut smell. I'm allergic to coconut, but this doesn't bother me. It's just a smell. And then last but not least, I use the Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist by e.l.f. I am half done. I use this whenever I put makeup on. When this is done, I want to try another setting mist, but I will be disappointed if I spend more money and that setting mist is not as good as this. For me. I'm talking about personally for me. Okay? Part of the draw is the smell. Some people don't like the smell. I do. It just makes me feel good. So that's it for my video for today. I'm going to pull a card just for today. I did the reading for the week. If you go to part 1 and part 2. Okay, so the card for today is totally appropriate from the 2 videos, part 1 and part 2, that I did yesterday. It's called Don't Dim to Fit In. How many times have you gone against your inner being about something because everybody is going in the same direction? We're not robots on this planet, you know. We live in a diverse world. If you notice here, we've got this woman, and she's kind of like closing her eyes. She's not looking at, actually, she's making a choice to cover her eyes and not pay attention to all the other people going in the same direction out there, because she's going to march to the beat of her own drum. And that's exactly what we're supposed to be doing as individuals. And we're supposed to be celebrating diversity. If you look up in the sky at night and all the stars, there are big stars, there are small stars, the moon is up there. It's diverse, and they're scattered everywhere. They're not all clumping together and moving in the same direction. So for today, this is a timeless reading, so when you get it, you will know that it's appropriate for you. But for today, march to the beat of your own drum. Do something a little different than what everybody else is doing. If everybody else is going to this restaurant, you do something else. If everybody else is thinking this way politically, you have your own brain. You think how you want to think. Excuse me for a minute. It's my teddy. It's my teddy. He's just such a cute little bear. Anyway, that's the card reading for today. Don't dim to fit in. Be who you are. Keep your light shining, because you have something to give to others that somebody else doesn't have. Okay? So remember, I love you all. Click, like, subscribe, and the bell for future uploads, because I will be doing regular card readings on this channel. Okay? Take care. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.